These are very random tattoos that I got that I thought they were adding to my and expressing my personality. I have an eye here and a wisdom tooth, and this one is legendary. This is broken phone that says "Let it go." Isn't that the irony?
I want to know, why did you choose to call yourself offline?
I realized how much being offline means to me. Like, especially, I studied filmmaking and I love post production editing, and that offline stage of post production was like pretty fun to me, just like organizing. And then I realized as time was passing, I realized how much time we are truly spending on the internet and not pouring into ourselves. So I was like, offline should be a sacred space where people do connect with their inner truth and find themselves to express whatever they were meant to.
I'm really having a hard time spending time offline.
Struggle is real. I'm not kidding. I think I'm in front of a screen up to 10 hours. Being offline, being online, because all my branding and like how I make money is on online now.
It's like your life is like 90% online and 10% offline. And it's so weird because like, I don't know if you have that feeling, but for me, sometimes it becomes like too much. Like I wake up and I have like so much like dark circles under my eyes and I have a hard time feeling good. It's like you start feeling so like frustrated. I don't know if you feel that as well.
I do feel that way, and I kind of like tie that to my feminine energy and how I'm not nurturing my feminine energy. Because I don't know, Web3 is very male dominated and everyone is always on the go. Like, seems like there's no break time unless there's like mental health crisis going on. And then I forget that it's not even in my nature to be this active. And I don't know, even I'm not this active, and even me trying to be on the leaderboard, it's an interesting push. Like, am I meant for this? Well, when I don't care, I naturally get into a certain number, like under 100 or under 50, which is good. But as soon as I kind of have this ambition, it all like backfires.
It's like wanting something so much that you don't get it. And when you kind of like let go, all of a sudden it starts working. And this is so true. Like for me, at least it has been happening like all the time for the leaderboard or for like projects or things that I want to achieve. Like, why do you think that it's like that?
I don't know. I personally grew up in a male dominant environment. And then I'm just so used to seeing how, like, male mind and female mind are different. And me just seeing how male mind constantly functions under stress or like any other given time. And me not studying how my feminine body, it was a big, it was hard. I didn't realize that up until like recently, like a year ago, because even like in a month, I'm not the same every day. So it's like unrealistic for me to be on Firecaster or X and constantly post like nonstop. It's just not realistic. And more I kind of take my time, it's like easier for me to flow. So I don't have that ambition to, I need to be in the Yes, that would be great, but I don't have that ambition to be in top 30 anymore. I sometimes get that urge, but I'm like, I remember to let it go because I know it's gonna backfire. I just need to go do my research, you know, do my arts, kind of find myself, discover what else I like so I can put more about it.
You created a world that is very much associated to your image. So maybe you could tell us more about what you do as an artist.
So my background, I went to an art school, and before that, I've been doing a lot of drawings and paintings, and I love ceramic making as well. I've done that for a while. And once I started university, I realized that school has a film program, and I immediately jumped to it. I think, which was kind of a mistake. But more like years past, I was still taking like random classes like design, like animation, or like artistry or printmaking or whatnot. And then I realized I'm not fully be married to filmmaking because I have so many interests that I want to do all of them. And filmmaking is something that it's time consuming. And there's just so much I want to go out and do that made me realize that, oh, I should be multidisciplinary artist instead. So I do a lot of animation. I do animation, drawings, I do videography, I do photography, I do designing, branding, product photography, you name it.
And recently, I really liked you did some like sort of cover art. I don't know if you can call them like that for a different like channel owners, Los Fomos, and for me, for the Fries channel. And I really liked it because I feel like you're not just like posting online about you, but you're also very like engaged in other people's like post. Like, for example, you always engage with me. You engage a lot with like the Los Fomos girls and you're very interested. So it's like, I feel you're the kind of person with whom it's really easy to connect, but also you give importance to other people. And I really appreciate that from you. And even like, just the fact of like creating a cover art for the Fries channel, it was so much like Jessyfries coded. And I was like, that's so amazing. Like, I didn't know that you were so like talented in, capturing the branding of people.
Thank you so
So
much. I think Farcaster has so much to do with this because before that I was on X and my engagement wasn't that good. And when I started on X, the dude onboarded me. I'm like, how am I gonna get engagement? So like engagement was my biggest issue, and he told me to just reply everyone, everything, like find your niche, find people that inspire you. And then I found you. And then I love what you do. So I was like, I'm gonna go support her because I fully like what she does. I really like her. So that's the case for many people that I engage with. But at the same time, I'm trying to engage with smaller accounts too because I've been there. I get it. Like, let's get to know each other. Let's build this community bigger. And yeah, so I believe Farcaster is also a place that I really prayed for. I'm like, okay, I want to be a social media personality or brand. I want to like build my whole career on this like internet world. And Instagram was hard because they're constantly changing too. Like my whole account is based on my friends, childhood friends, and then people that I recently meet. But that's not giving me enough engagement because I need like public visibility rather than close circle engagement. And Warpcast just hit the spot, to be honest. I'm so grateful for the space.
yeah, I totally agree because I feel like Farcaster is also so new. There is much less people. So for us, like we're very early. So it's kind of like, I don't know if it's just easier, but it's like there's more opportunities for us to build our brands. So I think that what you're saying is very interesting. And I'd love to know more also about like your vision as a brand because, recently you shared a bit about the fact that you want to release your t-shirt brand and you want to really create a community. What's your goal for the next, let's say, 5 years?
Next 5 year goals. My main goal for giving out these t-shirts so that I would have some sort of visibility. And also I want to say thank you to you are also in my hyper sub. So thank you for supporting me. That's a way of me saying thank you. I care for you. I really care for your support. But at the same time, that's kind of me preparing my foundation for getting a fund. I would like to get a fund so I can open my online store. And in 5 years, I feel like I'm a type of person like I cannot focus on one thing. So I would love to have an online store. At the same time, I would love to do more streaming, and at the same time, I would love to have a YouTube account where I will do like vloggings. I love filming. I just need to like practice more and get into it. So since I have a lot of interest, I'm just hoping to connect like t-shirt making or my arts and my, I don't know, my love to video game and like vlogging under just offline roof. And yeah, that's like my goal, like being able to be 100% brand in 5 years.
The most important is to be able to build a brand that people are going to recognize. And once you have your brand, you can create any sort of product or service. And if you really have, an engaged community, people are going to pay for your products, right? So I feel like it's really important to start with the basics, like the foundation, as you say, like, for example, maybe for you is creating your hyper sub, like, let's say, more private community with people with whom you will share your news and what you want to do. And these people will always want to support you, right?
Yeah.
So
And that's
I,
something that, sorry for cutting you out.
no, go on.
Like, that's something that I also, it humbles me every day, like having a community. I'm like, in real life, I'm not that too social because I'm super focused on the career and like what I want to build. So, like, meanwhile, lacking a certain social activities while I'm finding that lack here and then love and sport, it truly humbles me. Like, we are just doing a basic engagement. Not you, but like most of the people, I don't fully know those people, yet the love and the interaction is so pure and real. I think it's because of the platform that we are on. Because as you said, Farcaster, we are so early and the users are very, like certain people do use that app, you know? And maybe that's why purity is so real, love is so real, and it's just so easy to build something and get a recognition.
No, you're right. I think it's something that you cannot get from everywhere. When you notice, like sometimes that, okay, like there are some people who paid, to be in your community and people who are here every day supporting you. It feels really nice because you feel less lonely and as you say, like, because our job is mainly online, sometimes, when you're hyper focused on growing a business, you don't necessarily have time to socialize. And I don't know. And also it can be a lack of money. So you cannot have like more hobbies and these kind of things. So it's so nice to also, come online and notice that some people are here, like no matter what, and are going to support you. And I'm one of them. Like, I mean, if you ever need like guidance or support or whatever, just let me know. Like,
Definitely. I do have the similar problem, especially with your hypersub, because I have two wallets. I use Rainbow and Warplet. But when I subscribe, like most of my income flows through Warplet. So I get your hypersub from my Warplet account. Therefore, I don't get any email notifications. Like I don't ever know when the subscription ended.
also, I want to come to the mini app. Like, you recently launched a mini app. Can you tell me more about that?
So I just wanted to make a slideshow that would make them feel something different or like, you know, entertain them or like distract them for a couple minutes. That was my whole idea. And I had that idea because the dude is working on a lot of like vibe coding. He's cooking his own good projects that I can name right now. And I was just sitting and I was just like chilling. I'm like, why don't I just make bunch of slideshows? Because I do collect a lot of nice images that do feel like they align with my branding. I already have a bunch of like folders of images. Why not putting them together and tell a story?
Yeah, I really love it. And also I feel like the theme is very much like galaxy. I don't know. Is it?
Cosmic, pretty
Yeah,
cosmic. Yeah,
cosmic.
yeah, yeah. Cosmos and spirituality, it's something that those are like my main themes in my life. They do occupy my mind and I'm very interested. I'm very curious. Like I have this hunger for knowledge to know more, especially like about our soul. Like why am I here? What am I doing? What's gonna happen next? Like, why all these people are here? Like, what are we doing collectively? So these existential questions do take me up to space. And then, like, more I go up, I realize how small we are and how short our lives is. So just whatever you want to do, you just need to focus on yourself and find that, like, gold, that gem inside of you. And I don't know, this is how I feel like money will always flow, because you're just honoring yourself and what your interest is. So that's why cosmos, like space, planets, aliens, spirituality, they were always feeding me in a way, like feeding my soul, like listening about them, reading about them, just like knowing about them always inspired me. So I just kept that as a main focus in my art and my brand. I feel like that's just going to be my like theme for rest of my life. Like this lifetime's theme is me discovering the cosmos and spirituality.
Yeah, and what I love with, everything related to cosmos is like I love it too. Like I love to watch, for example, documentaries on TV about that. And I feel there's like, it's very peaceful, but at the same time, there's a lot of fear because, it's the unknown.
I totally get that. There are like countless nights I'm just like crying, desperately be like, what is this life? Like what's going on? But I also love discovering those edgy thoughts because it helps me remember how, tiny I am, how like small this life is, like all this chaos. And then what I want to accomplish is like this much. I should go get this?
Yeah, and also I feel like it should be a motivation for people to achieve what they want because we also live in a society where there's just social media makes it feel like everyone else is having a great life and succeeding, and you're trying so hard, to create whatever you want to create. And everyone has dreams. But as humans, I feel like we're so like, it's so easy for us to put a stop on what we want to do just because we're scared. But when you think that you're just a tiny person in this like universe and life is so small, and in a few years, probably, except if someone finds a way for people to live for eternity, we're gonna be dead and no one's gonna remember us. So just like do the thing.
What you said is just so important to me and crucial. Like that's the thing, right? The society we are coming, like doesn't matter what country you're from or what your ethnicity or background. We are growing up in a society that kind of injects fear into us. Like I turn on the news, just chaos, 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 fear, fear, fear. I check Twitter, chaos, 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 fear, fear, fear. And it's just like I just refuse that fear should be my reality or anyone's reality. And that's why I really value offline, because you empowering yourself empowers me. Look what you did. You started a brand just being super hot and fries. That gave me a boost. So that's like basically a butterfly effect for me. And it's very important. Like love is superior. Like it's above fear. So fear shouldn't be important. It should be what you love doing, what you want to put out.
No, I totally get you. The other day I saw a TikTok and there was this girl saying like, stop being on TikTok because you're creating problems to yourself that don't even exist. Because like if you scroll, I don't know if you have TikTok, but if you scroll, it's just fear. Like people talking about all sorts of problems that you as a person probably never even thought about in your life. But like, just because people want to make content, right? That's how they attract people to their profiles. It's like, we all know that like fear attracts like like attention because we're scared. So we want to know more. And I feel like being offline or curating your content like we do on Farcaster, for example, is the way to go. Even I know that it's easy to say because like at the end of the day, we're all exposed to media that we don't want to see because we don't choose to see it necessarily. And then it kind of affects our minds. But I feel like it's important to, I don't know. just like try to curate what we check and also go and touch grass
Touching grass
because
is crucial.
no, it's so true because it can be a vicious circle, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, I feel like this is the war with our like civilization and today's technology. We get feed with so many negative news and information. What we do have a free will. We do have free will to pick what kind of information you want to take, what kind of people you want to be around, what kind of people you want to be engaged with. So that makes it pretty hopeful situation. Like life is not just chaos. Life is full of chaos, but through that chaos, there's a clarity. Like, can you see it? I feel like that just boils down to how people do train their mind and what they want to focus to. It's not easy, to be honest. Like, I say this, but from time to time I am so deep down in my negative rabbit hole that sometimes I can't get out. So struggle is big, war is big, but there's a solution always.
No, totally. But how do you manage your time online and offline?
I mean, I am trying to manage it. I'm not super good at it. Like, I don't agree the fact that I should be spending 10 hours just looking at my phone, scrolling and replying people. I feel like there's a more practical and better way to do it. But I feel like as a human being and like what I do and how I manage my time, I feel like I'm not there yet. But I also feel like the second I figure out my time management with screen time and off screen time, I feel like game is over for me. That means like I'm taking off. I have everything planned, scheduled. It's everything is disciplined because I don't feel like I should be here for 10 hours. Giving a couple hours and the rest is just like what I want to build and then put more every day and then get back to it. That's how I would like to live my life. But right now it's more unbalanced. It's more like big time of on screen time and a big time of off screen time. So it's not like switch, 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 switch.
Yeah, but you know, I think it's part of the FOMO because I think that we believe that if we don't spend all the time, for example, let's take Farcaster because that's where we met and that's where I think we're both active the most at the moment. I feel like we think that if we're not engaging with our audience like all day long and showing, like posting stuff, then we're going to miss out on something. People are going to forget about us or we're going to miss out on some maybe, airdrop because it happens so easily in crypto, right? You can be just away for 2 hours. And then if you didn't do a certain thing, you're not going to get the airdrop or you get it, but you didn't sell it. So it went to zero. And like, I understand, like, I get it. There's a lot of, things happening, but we can't control them. And I think like what I experienced is that honestly, what helps me is whenever I traveled. This year I traveled quite much. And whenever I travel, I don't spend all this time on on my phone. And I'm socializing. I'm with people. I'm seeing other things. I'm creating content. I'm working. And then, I'd post in the morning and then I would only check my phone maybe like 4 or 5 hours later. And it feels so nice to like post and not check anything. And then when you come back, you see that like people have interacted with your content, right? Then you can take some time and answer. But if you post and then you wait for like, we want to have the notifications and see that people are engaging. Then honestly, if you stay home and you wait all day, it can be a really bad day for you because you're probably not going to get all the engagement that you wanted to. And then you're going to sabotage on your next to do things of the day. So I know it's so hard, but we need to learn. Like I'm trying to learn, but I never learn.
This is so real to me. Like what you just said, that's what I was doing for the first, I don't know, 8 to 12 months of me being on Farcaster. Just post something like, okay, engagement, waiting for you, waiting for that notification. But like, it's just like waste of my time. So like, I came to a point where I post, leave. If I need to reply other people, I go reply. If I need to do some airdrops, I go do that. And then a couple hours later, I came back, be like, I have a good amount of notification that I can just like go through. So that was a very nice balance. And I love that this place, like, not only a good experimental place, but also good practicing field for to engage because I felt like I was very spammy at the beginning. I didn't even know how to engage with people or what to say, so I was just like throwing emojis or like LOLs or like ha ha ha, just like random words. But definitely it got better and better. Just like everything else, we just need time and practice and patience and self-love and fries.
Exactly. Oh my God. Yeah. Self love and fries. Do you like fries? Like, how much do you like fries on a scale of 1 to 10?
10 out of 10. I grew up with fries. My aunts, they they make potato saute. It was my favorite when I was a kid. My mom makes this like breakfast fries where she cuts the fries in small cubes, fries them, and then breaks eggs. And I just love fries so much. Who wouldn't love fries? Eat your vegetables.
Oh,
That's so true. I love fries. I get sometimes before I get any fried food, usually fries, I get like weird like happiness, like, yeah, I'm just gonna get that. And I
yeah.
find that fries are more fun when you get to try different sauces or different way to eat them. Super fun.
Okay. What's your favorite sauce?
I love garlic mayo, garlic aioli. I like parmesan on my fries too. I
Okay.
like chipotle mayo as well. I'm a mayo person, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. I think like mayo is the best. I don't think I really like garlic mayo with my fries. Like I like it because I like the aioli and like all these tastes. But I prefer, for example, aioli with chicken. But I like my fries with mayo, like the best. If it's a good mayo, sometimes it's not so good, so I like to mix it with ketchup.
Have you ever made your own mayo?
Yeah, but I have this thing where I don't like eggs, like raw eggs, and in mayo you need to put raw
Yeah,
eggs, right?
yeah.
And I know that in mayo there is eggs, but I think they use like powder eggs, right?
I'm not really sure how they make it. At some point, I was super into making my own mayo,
Hmm.
and it just got better. And then I quit because I I don't know. I found that my homemade mayo was slightly better than the mayo that I would buy. Maybe it's because of the olive oil that I used. I'm not too sure, but I kind of eventually gave up. Like the consistency got better, the consistency of the mayo, but the taste I couldn't improve it, so I kind of gave up.
Yeah, I think it's not like you have to dose everything really well. And I mean, it's much easier to just buy it from the shop.
It is true.
And also, like, I can hear your birds. Like, this is something that I love about you is like
Oh,
you
sorry
have
about my
birds.
bird.
I love it. It's so like, actually, it feels like we're in like the forest, when you put like forest sounds and then you have like birds singing. How many birds do you have?
I have only one, and I'm happy that he sounds very like relaxing. I think I know him too well, so this scream it's like "let me out" kind of scream. So he's not too happy. But I have only one, and I would love to get him a pair because these birds supposed to be paired. They are very, very social creatures. It's I don't know. I had budgies before I got him, and I didn't think my current bird have this much personality and self-expression. So I'm just like, what do I do? It's like having a little kid or like a little pup. Takes so much attention.
But why did you choose to have a bird? Because I feel it's not, at least in Europe, I think it's not so common to have like a pet that's a bird. Like usually people have cats or dogs, but like why birds? Did you have them when you were small?
Yeah, when I was in Turkey, I had birds like pretty much all my lives. Some of them escaped, some of them died, some of them they just didn't really like the house, so we had to find them a new home, but I always had birds. And before I got this bird, I felt like I was cold to it. Like I was at a phase just on Instagram looking at bird videos, like freaking out about their cuteness. I was like, I need a bird. I need something that I can cuddle. I know it's not their nature to be cuddly and like too touchy, even though they are to each other. But that's something that I really wanted. And then funnily, this bird is we got him from a breeder. And he was like hand raised. So he's like super touchy, constantly wants to be on your hand, like he wants to be kissed. He just wants to be babied a lot. Even when he goes to sleep, he's like, tuck me to bed. I'm not kidding.
That's so cute. I mean, I never had a bird as a pet. I mean, once there was like, I was in my house and there's a bird that came, but it's like just a bird, wild bird that came from outside from the window. And
That's
I
so
actually freaked out because I think he wasn't used to be in a small, closed space. So he was freaking out as well and flying everywhere. And I was so scared. Like I didn't know how to put him out. But then eventually he found his way out. But I think like birds are cute. You know, which reminds me of Snow White. Have you seen Snow White, the genie? And
yeah.
she's like
Yeah.
cuddling that bird, and the bird is so cute.
So I feel a bit cheeky, like I'm a little princess. Wherever I go, he comes. No privacy whatsoever.
Do you take him when you go like outside?
Yeah, occasionally. He's, you know, bird doesn't supposed to be in a cage, so we try to not to keep him in a cage. But at a point, house becomes a cage for like all of us, and I feel like he's always looking outside, admiring other bird trees. I'm like, I need to take this bird outside. When I took him out, I'm so bold. I literally let him out. I took him to a park and I'm just like, here. And then Bird was just like looking around and then okay, where I live is very close to the harbor that opens to Atlantic Ocean. And there's a little park just down the street and I took him there. As soon as I let him go, he dove right into the sea. So my boyfriend was like, get the bird, it's gonna drown. And I'm just like so shocked to move. And then he jumps into the water, saves the bird. I'm like, okay, that was so stupid that I just let the bird out. Maybe I should get a leash and a little bag so we can carry him so he can see.
Yes, I
Oh,
was gonna ask like how do you take him out? Like does he leave? But yeah, you always have to keep an eye on him, right?
he's not that trained, so we have a bag, like a carrier
Mm,
bag. We put him in it. He's pretty happy. Other
okay.
than that, he has a blue leash that
Okay.
we got him custom made, but he hates his leash. He's
Oh.
like trying to rip it apart and like get out of it. So
Yeah. Okay.
carrier bag is the way. Say hi, Chicky. So he knows when I take a picture of him and I took it like from lower
No.
and then kind of like lifts his chest up and he looks
Poses.
huge. So he's posing.
Mhm.
He's just so tiny.
Hi, do you think he can see me?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely he can see you. He didn't have a name. I gave him several names, but he never resonated. I called him Jellybean. I called him
Okay.
Jade. I called him Kush because Kush means like naga wheat, but also it means bird in Turkish.
Okay.
He didn't like it, and at some point, I was in a room with him,
Hmm.
trying to like bond, just like I was also chirping, like being a bird, like cheek cheek cheek, and he loved it so much. He was reacting to my chirping and all. I was like, "Is your name is Jiki Jiki?" He was like, I'm like, "Okay, your name is Jiki Jiki." And then I was trying to find a way to spell it, so I ended up spelling it with Jikki. Turns out that's an actual Indian name.
Okay, but it's a cute name also, Cheeky. I mean,
Yeah, so interesting.
even though it's not like he has multiple names, we can call him also like Cutie. Does that work? Cutie. Like he's so cute. Do you think that you can like? I know that maybe you don't travel so much these days, but whenever you can travel, do you think that you can take him with you on a plane?
If I will go more than a month, I would love to take this bird with me because I don't know how he would react since they're too social and he end up bonding with me instead of another bird. But we do have this lady who actually bird sits. I don't know how his biology going to react all that air pressure and all that
I know.
chaos.
Yeah, it must be hard. I've never seen someone carrying a bird in the plane.
I've seen big parrots I've seen parrots in the airport. I had never
Okay.
seen a bird on a plane,
Okay.
but I do know occasionally people travel with bigger birds.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put him down,
Yes.
like to escape.
I wanted to ask you something because I mean, we talked about your hyper sub, but we didn't really talk about like what people get when they join your hyper sub. What's like the offer that like what would anyone get if they subscribe?
Random giveaways. And if people join my hyper sub for the first time, I give them extra couple months. So they will get a like fully idea about what the vibe is like and get more comfortable. And I do offer monthly drawings and tarot readings.
Cool. I think I never had my tarot or whatever. I'm
I
not
would
like,
love to read your tarot.
yeah, I'd love to, because like I have to admit, like I was never so much into all that stuff, but I feel like nowadays, like the girls online are really into that stuff, and I kind of like it. I think it's quite interesting.
It is very interesting. Tarot is something that like we cannot figure out. Even the history of tarot is pretty bouldery. That makes it super interesting and like mysterious. Other than that, I'm like always surprised by the information I get the channel. I feel like anyone can read tarot.
Okay. And do you believe in the reading of tarot? Like, I mean, if you would read my tarot, is it about like my future, or what kind of like guidance do people get?
Um, for my readings, I heavily focus on giving the positive news, like the positive message, the message that you would need for your ultimate greatness for yourself. And I don't believe tarots are like what tarot says, it's not set to stone. It usually says your current energy and how you're feeling and what you're thinking, because our current present time affects our future, right? Future is not set to stone. We have a free will, so we can always change any kind of outcome, regardless of what's coming. So I just love that tarot. It kind of like, oh, hey, Jesse, so you ate this today, so you might able to have this kind of stomach cramps, or you can have this kind of glow up. So it kind of gives messages like that, which I find it very helpful. I can't really read my own tarot because my ego gets in the way sometimes. But me reading other people's tarot is a lot easier than me dealing with my own.
Okay. And do you think that it's like kind of like when you read someone's tarot, do you think that it's like the truth, or it's just something that is here to guide the people in their lives?
I think it's both. I think, like, of course, it has some sort of truth in it. You will also see when you get when you get a reading or when you receive any kind of information from someone, there's this feeling deep down that you're like, oh, okay, this must be true because it somehow resonates with your truth, right? That's how I know the information is true or not. But you'll get the confirmation when you are getting an information. You'll know what information is real. You'll know what is not real.
Okay.
Does
Guys,
that
it
make
kind
sense?
sorry.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It kind of scares me.
Don't be scary. I got into spirituality very heavy in 2020. I was also like prone to it, but at the same time, my boyfriend has a big influence on me diving into spirituality. And like throughout the years, I learned that like I don't want to get into like God or anything or any type of religion, but I just learned that we are like very, 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 very loved and protected. And wherever your attention goes, the whole energy goes, life goes in that way, which is kind of scary because sometimes I cannot keep my mind that clean. Sometimes I get very introduced to, like bad thoughts, like very panicking thoughts and scenarios. But I always believe that like my messages are coming from the divine creator, like for your biggest good, for my biggest good. Like whatever good might not resonate for others, but you doing something that's good too, it's gonna benefit the whole society. That's just what I believe. So there's not really necessarily good and bad.
Yeah, I think that what you said with like where you put your energy and the vibe that you put, and how your mind works, I think that influences also a lot like your own life, because as you say, like when you're in the dark, everything else will, like your life will just be in the dark when your thoughts and your energy is in the dark. But when you're positive, like usually it does affect, on your future and on how your life goes. So no, but I really want to have the tarot reading.
I mean, that technique I just told you sometimes doesn't work for me as well, and I get very stressed out because then I have to figure out what address was the problematic one. So I
Yeah.
just do it one by one. It takes like 10 minutes, but I feel like it's that Betty.
Yeah, you're a tough bunny. I mean, it's a lot of work. And also, I mean, your t-shirt is really nice. I saw it. I think it's Pauline who received it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked really nice. Like, I feel the quality of the t-shirt. Is it like, that's why I asked you, like, is it DIY or did you print it from, for example,
Oh
Printful?
yeah, I was gonna send you a message about it. I found this third party that does printing on their own and they do their own shipping. I like here because their t-shirts are 100% cotton and I like the style of it. It has like an urban streetwear style, oversized and unisex. They do have like hoodies, skirts, shorts. So those would be also very interesting to, give away. Um, yeah, like artist merches, they're so valuable to me. Like that J'adore t-shirt, you won't find it at any store. What Tiny did, like with her, whoever collected her artwork, she made a piece and sent it to them. That's like so valuable to me. So I don't know, having physical and giving physical has a different culture, different connection, different vibes. I'm all for it.
Totally. And I wanted to ask you because we're talking about, being a builder, creator in the space. Like, do you have any favorite, um, I don't know, not influencer, but the favorite baddie or girly on Farcaster? Like, who are the people that you look up to?
You, number one, Tiny, number two. Like, it's not like actual, like, one, two, three. It's more like a group of people that I'm just randomly listing. Lamb chop for sure. I love Kusa's authenticity. Like that also very, very inspires me. Girls from Los Fomos, they're fearless. I love that. Like they just put it out. They just put it out, like they don't really care. It needs to be out and they do it. They just get it done. I love that. What else? I think there are many girls do influence me, but these are the top ones that are in my mind.
Hmm.
Oh, there's this girl, the Golden Bride Mary. She also inspires me.
Yeah,
And
that's so
I
cool. I should follow her. I don't know if I'm following her, but most probably. Maybe I don't remember.
She might
But
even be following you. I don't know. It's a small circle. There's some
mhm.
people that are like, am I following you? And then I go check for podcast. Yeah, I am following this person.
I mean, the people that you talked about, like Tiny and Chop, Pusa, all of these girls, like, I admire them so much and I love them so much. Like, everyone, what I love is that everyone has their own personality, and brings like a different value to the platform. And Gusa, she makes me laugh so much. I wish she would like post more videos because I think she's so talented at making videos.
Very good. And that's how I feel about Lamb Chop too. Like she should be putting more videos. What a beautiful space. Like there's so many unique people. And once someone is like comfortable enough to put themselves out, literally almost anyone gets so inspiring to me. I'm like, you don't have fear. You love yourself. You put yourself out like top tier. And it's
Yeah.
such a hard thing to do because people are just, we talked about fear and fear of being seen is also real. Like there are so many times, like there was this pro coin challenge where we made videos. I have to admit, I think I poured 4 hours into making a 1 minute long video. Like I took thousands of takes and then I had to do editing. I have to be honest. First time I joined Farcaster, I realized many people do for the financial benefit of it. And then I would see a couple of users, they would just like complain about, um, not being able to afford rent money or their bills and like financial situations. And I feel like, man, it's just so negative and such a bummer. Like, I get it. I also have financial struggles from time to time, but I don't want to put negativity out there. And then time passed and I realized that I built this personality of like, oh, she has healthy mindset, she's always like have it together, she's always inspiring or something like that. Nobody told me this. This is just what I feel like I looked like back then. And I'm like, okay, I need to be vulnerable because like this is not 100% me, and I go down. So it's I do from time to time seeing vulnerable posts make me feel like, oh yeah, these are actually real life people, that they do have struggles and issues, so they're not always perfect. So it does give it a good vibe.
No, but it's so true. And I mean, you know, I'm so happy that we met and that you came finally to my podcast. I think this is going to be a really cool episode that is also different from the others. I love that we talked about, you know, a lot about like how we feel as women and like, because I think like many girls are going to relate to that talk for sure.
Have a sports system, yeah, definitely.
But I mean, I was so happy to talk to you offline. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much
much,
for
Jess, for having me. You fulfilled my wish list.
Yay! I'm so happy. Now you can take this. But I'm
Yeah.
happy, you know, it makes me happy that you think that what I do is like cool. Cause when you're the one doing it, you always have doubts. And I have so much doubts about everything I do, especially like these days. I don't know why. Like I have felt like so much like, I don't know if what I'm doing is good or not. So it makes me really happy.
Stopped thinking about it, like especially about my drawings. I'm like, is it good enough? Is it bad? Is it good? I'm done with that question. Like, I wanted to put something, I put it, push it. And also, thank you so effing much for having me and for what you're doing to the space and all the other baddies out there.